Here's another named tweet for you today. And this one here, I'm not sure if people knew what to make of it, but that's why we make these tweet videos, so we can break down and analyze and deconstruct, sometimes in a postmodern manner, what is going on in Jeff Tidwell's tweets. At Real Jeff Tidwell on Twitter. So this is called Illegal Scholar. Illegal Scholar. Legal purchase. Illegal purchase. Legal distribution. Illegal distribution. Legal construction. Illegal construction. Legal immigration. Illegal immigration. Legal parking. Illegal parking. Legal gambling. Illegal gambling. And legal substances. Illegal substances. So, some may call this authoritarian. I call this positive authoritarianism. But we do live in a country of laws. Some things are legal, some things are illegal. I advocate legal purchases of things because I understand we do have regulation. Some of those regulations, of course, they're all arbitrary, and some of them may be more rational than others. So, of course, I do accept that we need to change certain things over time. Illegal purchases, well, I can't really advocate illegal purchases on here, can I? Because if I did, maybe the government, the police might say, well, what illegal purchases have you made? Well, I haven't made any. To my knowledge, I have purchased things legally. But there is a difference between legal and illegal. Legal distribution of things is oftentimes, there's usually safety involved. There's usually some kind of regulation that makes it so that the public at large is more secure. Illegal distribution, well, oftentimes comes with crime. It is literally crime, but it also comes with violence because you're dealing on a black market. You're dealing on an unregulated market. And the people that do that are not going to be above board. You can't just walk into their office. You can't just go into the mall and walk into a kiosk. That would be legal distribution. Illegal distribution is it's illicit. It's not above board. Legal construction, illegal construction. Of course, we have so many, actually we probably have too many coding regulations when you're trying to build. It just takes forever. I recently had my house worked on, and just getting things up to code and making sure we can dig here and build here, it can be a bit of a challenge, but there's obvious reasons for that because we want to make sure that we have our liberty, our negative liberty, but we don't want to hurt others' positive liberty. We don't want to destroy others' property and destroy things like public sewer access and electrical lines and other things that affect other people. Like, we want to be responsible and accountable. So we would focus on legal construction and not build things where we could destroy hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of property by doing something wrong, doing it illegally. So far, legal's winning. Legal immigration and illegal immigration. So here's the deal about immigration. I support legal immigration. I want people to come here of all backgrounds, all ethnicities, all races, sexes, genders, sexual orientation. May they be male, female, trans, gay, straight, lesbian, LGBTQ plus, AI, asexual, so on and so forth. I don't even think about those things when I'm trying to choose who should come here. I don't worry about which countries you're coming from, but I do see how, for example, the U.S. government might say, well, 7 countries where we know that terrorists have been coming from, we should limit their immigration. So them coming here would be illegal by default. And I do believe that to have a welfare state, to have a successful welfare state, you need to have a strong border, Okay, and yes, people can come here and they can take jobs and they can take things from people that were here already. It's just the way it works. If I have 10 million people and I inject another 20 million over time, they become the majority. And it depends on where they're coming from, what their ideology is, what their belief system is. Ideally, when I have legal immigration, I also think that, just by applying for immigration status, applying to be on the pathway towards citizenship, doing it legally alone shows that you value my country's values, our laws, our way of life. We are a law-abiding country. If you want to be a law-abiding citizen and be one of my fellow citizens, come on in. But if you're just going to come here illegally and break all these laws on your way in, I'm sorry. We can't reward bad behavior. I'm very sorry about that. I understand people are in desperate circumstances and it's a humanitarian crisis at times, but we have to have a border. We have to have sovereignty. We have laws. We have a welfare state. We can't just take on people endlessly because eventually the ship will tip. The ship will tip. It'll reach, as Greta Thunberg might say, its tipping point. And it might be then too late. So I do not support illegal immigration. I support making the pathway towards citizenship more accessible and bringing in people based on, dun dun dun, you know what I'm going to say, merit. Not just bringing them in because they happen to be economic migrants that need to move out or so on and so forth. Okay. Legal parking and illegal parking. Well, here, no, I still side with legal parking. You don't want to have people parked in places where, how many times have you been on the road and somebody's been parked on a main road, not in a spot, not in a parking spot, but they've been parked like in the lane. And you go, why are you here? It says no parking. It says no parking because you're putting me in danger. You're putting other people in danger. We have legal parking and illegal parking for a reason. It's about safety. A lot of these things are just about keeping things orderly and safe. And I think that's virtuous. Of course, legal gambling and illegal gambling. So, regulation is a two-edged sword. Sometimes it is for really, good purposes. It can help people. It can be altruistic or positive. And other times it is just to prevent certain industries from taking too big of a slice of the pie from other parts of the industry or other industries. Like it's all it is nepotistic or it is corrupt in its design. And legal and illegal gambling, I honestly don't know how you define these. If you know anything about legal or illegal gambling, please do leave me a comment below. But I'd say, you'd want to go by the system that understands, like the taxes that you're going to be paying. Like you want to go by a system where you're not going to be in trouble with the law later on. So you want to use legal gambling. You don't want to get in trouble. Of course, that goes for all of these things. Under illegal scholar, you don't want to get in trouble. In illegal gambling, anything you do that's illegal is going to be among those that are less savory, usually. The people that are mavericks, that are on the black market, they don't have regulation. They don't have any sort of control to stop them. So you're at their mercy. They are the authority in the situation. And that way, so you're at their beck and call. You can't go to court if you've been illegal gambling and you want to sue somebody, or if you're in any illegal situation and you want to sue somebody to get damages, liability back, whatever it might be, you can't do that because you've done it all illegally. You're bound by contract with the person, and if one person goes down, you're all going down for the most part. So it's kind of a dicey prospect to begin with. But, this is the one, okay, here's the one where I might finally drift a bit more into the illegal advocacy. Legal substances and illegal substances. So as you may know, marijuana, cannabis, pot, weed, is on Schedule 1 drug scheduling in the United States. Now, in one of my previous videos, I did say that I believe that marijuana is effectively legal because the Trump administration has said it's a states' rights issue. And so I believe that, essentially it's up to the states. The federal government is not. There may be some cases, there are some cases, most likely, where the federal government is prosecuting people, putting people in prison, which they shouldn't, for nonviolent drug offenses. I don't support that. I think all nonviolent drug offenders should be released. As a general statement. I mean, I'm sure that there are some cases where you might, if somebody is in jail, for example, opioids or something where they know that they're killing people, they know that they're hurting people, you may want to change things around a little bit. But again, it's all morally relative. But I think there are so many substances in this country and in this world that are illegal for some reason that is really not substantive, doesn't really reflect reality. Marijuana is not harmful. Just like with water or any other substance, too much of it can cause negative consequences and side effects. But, there are some things that are legal and illegal because they're illegal because they harm and they produce more harm than good. And I support that. I think that the intentions are good and it's directionally accurate to what people want from a society. They want to trade a little of their freedom for security and get that. But in general, I think that this is one of those areas where, you should be, and I believe in the libertarian value, you should be allowed to ingest what you want. And if you say something's illegal, if you want to ingest something illegal, that's by default putting this law filter over it and saying, well, you're not allowed, it's illegal, so you're not allowed to ingest that thing. You're not allowed to possess it. To ingest it, you must possess it, and you're not allowed to possess it because it's illegal. I think that it's a fine line to walk, but we should focus on making all drugs legal. We should end the war on drugs and make it a healthcare issue, not a crime.